The world is watching you. The moment you react, the moment you break, the moment you let them see you sweat, that's when they win. But you're not here to lose. You're here to rise. Life is unfair. People will doubt you, disrespect you, challenge you. That's a given. The question is, what will you do about it? Will you let it shake you? Will you let it break you? Or will you stand tall and move forward like nothing happened? Listen, strength isn't about fighting every battle. It's about knowing which ones matter. When people throw stones, you don't throw them back. You build a foundation. You build discipline. You build resilience. You don't react. You respond. And sometimes the best response is no response at all. Not every argument deserves your energy. Not every setback deserves your time. Your mission is bigger than your emotions. Life will test you, people will challenge you, situations will arise that try to shake your foundation. But in the midst of it all, you must learn one thing: control your emotions. The way you respond to the world will determine how the world responds to you. Think about it. Have you ever seen a truly great leader who loses control at the first sign of trouble? Have you ever seen a champion crumble because of criticism? No. The ones who succeed, the ones who rise above, are those who refuse to let their emotions dictate their actions. You must understand that emotions are powerful, but they can be dangerous if not managed properly. Fear, anger, frustration, these feelings will come, but they do not have to control you. Too many people let temporary emotions lead to permanent decisions. They get upset and quit. They feel slighted and react without thinking. And in the end, they lose. Not because they weren't talented, not because they weren't capable, but because they allowed their emotions to drive them off course. When you let your emotions control you, you give away your power. You hand over control to external forces, to people, to circumstances, to negativity. But when you master your emotions, when you learn to act with discipline rather than impulse, you become unstoppable. No one can shake you, no one can manipulate you. You dictate your path. Picture this: you're in a high-stakes meeting and someone questions your ability. They doubt your skills. They challenge your intelligence. Now you have two choices. You can react emotionally, lash out, defend yourself aggressively, and make the situation worse. Or you can stay calm, composed, and let your actions speak louder than words. The second option is always the stronger one. The moment you show that you are unbothered, that you are confident in yourself, you win the battle without even fighting it. Controlling your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. It means mastering them. It means understanding that emotions are signals, not dictators. If you feel angry, recognize it. Ask yourself why. If you feel frustrated, understand the source. Then decide how to respond in a way that aligns with your goals. Don't let a temporary emotion push you into an action you'll regret later. One of the greatest strengths a person can have is the ability to remain calm under pressure. The ability to think clearly when the world is chaotic. The ability to maintain focus when distractions come from every direction. The ones who master this are the ones who succeed. They don't get caught up in drama. They don't waste energy on meaningless battles. They know where they are going, and they refuse to let emotions pull them off course. Look at the greats. The most successful people, whether in business, sports, or life, all have one thing in common. They don't let emotions dictate their actions. They don't let setbacks shake their confidence. They don't allow outside noise to disrupt their vision. They move with purpose, with clarity, with control. So the next time life tests you, when someone disrespects you, when things don't go your way, pause, breathe, do not react, respond, think. Ask yourself, will this matter in a week, a month, a year? If the answer is no, then don't waste energy on it. If the answer is yes, then handle it with wisdom, not emotion. The strongest person in the room is not the one who yells the loudest, argues the most, or reacts the quickest. The strongest person is the one who remains calm, collected, and focused no matter what happens around them. Master this, and you master life. Silence is power. In a world where everyone wants to have the last word, where people react before they think, where arguments escalate because no one knows when to stop, silence separates the strong from the weak. It's easy to respond with anger. It's easy to defend yourself when someone questions you. But real power is knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every insult needs a reply. Not every challenge deserves your energy. When you learn to control your response, you control the outcome. Think about the moments in life when people expect you to react. They say something disrespectful, they try to get under your skin, they challenge you just to see if they can shake you. Most people take the bait, they lash out, they get emotional. They engage in battles that drain their energy and lead nowhere. But the strong don't give their power away so easily. They understand that silence is often the loudest statement you can make. Silence makes people uncomfortable. It forces them to sit with their own words. It makes them question if they even got to you. It shifts the power in the conversation. Because when you refuse to react, when you stay calm in the face of provocation, you send a clear message. You don't control me. You don't dictate my actions. I decide how I respond. Think about great leaders, athletes, and successful individuals. They don't waste time arguing with every critic. They don't respond to every negative comment. They don't let distractions pull them off course. Why? Because they know that their energy is valuable. They know that engaging in meaningless conflicts only slows them down. Silence also gives you control over your emotions. When you stay quiet, instead of reacting, you give yourself time to think. You allow yourself to process the situation logically instead of emotionally. You don't let someone else's words dictate your mood or your mindset. Have you ever been in an argument where the other person is waiting for you to explode? They're watching, hoping to see a reaction. They want to see you get upset. They want to pull you into their negativity. But when you stay calm, when you refuse to engage, it frustrates them. It confuses them. It leaves them with nothing to feed off. That's power. This isn't about weakness. This isn't about being passive. This is about control. There's a time to speak and there's a time to remain silent. When you argue with someone who doesn't want to understand, you waste your words. When you defend yourself against people who have already made up their minds, you waste your energy. When you respond to every critic, you give them the attention they want. Sometimes the best response is no response at all. People respect those who know when to stay quiet. They respect those who don't react impulsively. They respect those who carry themselves with an air of confidence that says, I don't need to prove anything to anyone. This applies to every area of life: work, relationships, personal growth. At work, when someone undermines you, silence can be more powerful than an argument. Instead of defending yourself with words, prove them wrong with actions. In relationships, not every disagreement needs to turn into a fight. Sometimes walking away from negativity speaks louder than any response. And in life, the ability to remain unshaken by petty distractions is the mark of a strong mind. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strength. It takes more discipline to remain calm than to lash out. It takes more confidence to let things go than to engage in pointless battles. It takes more wisdom to choose peace over conflict. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, the next time life throws a test your way, remember this: you don't have to react. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to waste your energy on battles that don't matter. Sometimes the greatest power you can show is knowing when to stay silent. Walk with purpose. Move like you own the ground beneath your feet. Not because you are arrogant, not because you seek validation, but because you know who you are and where you are going. Too many people walk through life uncertain, unsure, hesitant. They shrink themselves, afraid to take up space, afraid to be noticed. But let me tell you something. When you walk without purpose, you become invisible. You blend in with the crowd. You let life push you instead of you pushing forward. But those who succeed, those who achieve greatness, they move differently. They don't wander aimlessly. They don't hesitate with every step. They walk with conviction, with intention, with confidence that says, I know where I'm going, and nothing is going to stop me. You see, confidence is not arrogance. Confidence is certainty. It's the belief that you belong in the room, that you are worthy of the opportunity, that you are capable of achieving whatever you set your mind to. And when you carry yourself with that belief, the world takes notice. Think about the people you admire, the leaders, the visionaries, the trailblazers. They all have one thing in common. They move with purpose. They don't stumble through life waiting for things to happen. They make things happen. And here's the truth. The way you carry yourself affects how people perceive you. If you walk into a room with hesitation, with doubt in your eyes, people sense it. If you lower your voice, if you avoid eye contact, if you shrink yourself, the world will treat you accordingly. But if you stand tall, if you walk with purpose, if you speak with conviction, people listen. People respect those who respect themselves. This applies everywhere, in your career, in your relationships, in your personal growth. If you act like you don't deserve success, you'll never get it. If you carry yourself like you're waiting for permission to be great, you'll be waiting forever. But when you start moving like someone who is already successful, when you start acting like someone who believes in their own worth, doors will start to open. You might be thinking, what if I don't feel confident? What if I have doubts? That's normal. Everyone has doubts. Everyone has fears. But confidence isn't about never feeling doubt. It's about acting despite it. It's about moving forward, even when you're unsure. Because the truth is, confidence is built through action. The more you step forward with purpose, the more natural it becomes. Your posture, your presence, your mindset, they all send a message before you even say a word. Walk into every room like you belong there. Speak like your words matter. Move like your dreams are already happening, and eventually they will. Because when you carry yourself with purpose, people start to believe in you. Opportunities start to align. The universe responds to certainty. But this isn't just about external perception. Walking with purpose changes you. It rewires your brain. It shifts your mindset. When you start moving with confidence, when you start acting like success is inevitable, something happens inside of you. The doubt gets quieter, the fear loses its grip, and you start to believe, truly believe, that you are capable of anything. So, from this day forward, don't just walk, stride. Don't just speak, command attention. Don't just exist, live with intention. Because life isn't waiting for you to find your purpose. Life is waiting for you to step up and claim it. Adversity will come, that's a guarantee. You will face setbacks, you will experience disappointment. People will doubt you, criticize you, and sometimes even betray you. Life will knock you down when you least expect it. But in those moments, when the pressure is on and the odds are stacked against you, that's when your true character is revealed. Anyone can smile when things are going well. Anyone can be confident when life is easy. But what about when things get tough? What about when nothing seems to be working in your favor? That is the test. That is when you find out who you really are. Pressure doesn't break you, it reveals you. It shows the world, and more importantly, it shows you what you're made of. Will you crumble or will you rise? Will you let adversity define you, or will you use it to become stronger? The strongest people in this world are not the ones who have never faced hardship. They are the ones who have been through the fire and refuse to let it consume them. They are the ones who have taken every setback, every loss, every failure, and use it as fuel. They don't complain. They don't make excuses. They don't let failure stop them. They take the pain, the disappointment, and the struggle, and they turn it into power. Because here's the truth, adversity is not your enemy, it's your teacher. It's shaping you, it's molding you into the person you need to become. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Every obstacle is a lesson. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Look at the greats, athletes, leaders, innovators. They all have one thing in common. They didn't let adversity stop them. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't good enough for television. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. What if they had given up? What if they had let adversity defeat them? The world wouldn't have witnessed their greatness. You have to decide, will you let adversity break you, or will you use it to build yourself? When life knocks you down, will you stay down, or will you get back up stronger than before? Because here's another truth. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success. No one is going to fight your battles for you. You have to be the one to rise. You have to be the one to push through. And it's not going to be easy. There will be days when you want to quit. There will be moments when you question yourself, when doubt creeps in and tells you that you're not good enough. But in those moments, you must remember why you started. You must remind yourself that every great success story is built on struggle, perseverance, and resilience. You don't become great by avoiding adversity. You become great by facing it head on, by refusing to quit, by getting up every time you get knocked down, by proving to yourself and the world that nothing, not failure, not rejection, not hardship, can stop you. So when adversity comes, and it will, embrace it, welcome it, let it test you, let it push you. Because every time you overcome a challenge, you get stronger. Every time you refuse to quit, you get closer to your goals. Every time you rise after a fall, you prove to yourself that you are built for this. And when you finally make it, when you finally achieve what you've been working for, you'll look back at every struggle, every failure, every challenge, and you'll realize it wasn't there to stop you. It was there to prepare you. Your mind is your greatest weapon, your strongest tool, your most valuable asset. Everything you do, everything you become starts in your mind. If you control your thoughts, you control your actions. If you control your actions, you control your results. This is the essence of mind over matter. The ability to push past distractions, doubt, and discomfort, to stay focused on what truly matters. Most people fail before they even start, not because they lack skill, not because they lack opportunity, but because they let their minds defeat them. They let fear dictate their actions. They let doubt stop them from even trying. They let the opinions of others control their decisions. But the ones who rise, the ones who achieve greatness, they think differently. They don't let their circumstances define them. They don't let obstacles break them. They don't let distractions pull them away from their purpose. Because here's the truth: whatever you focus on grows. If you focus on negativity, you will see more problems. If you focus on excuses, you will find more reasons to quit. But if you focus on solutions, if you focus on growth, if you focus on discipline, you will build something unstoppable. Your mind will become a fortress. Your willpower will become unbreakable. Think about the greatest athletes, the greatest leaders, the greatest innovators. Their success wasn't handed to them. They weren't just naturally gifted. They trained their minds to see possibilities where others saw roadblocks. They conditioned themselves to push past pain, to keep going even when every part of them wanted to stop. When others saw failure, they saw lessons. And when others saw setbacks, they saw opportunities. That's the mindset you need to develop. Your body will quit before your mind does. Your emotions will tell you to stop before your mind tells you that you can keep going. And that's the difference between those who achieve their goals and those who give up. The ones who make it don't listen to the voice that says it's too hard. They don't listen to the distractions, the fears, the outside noise. They silence the doubt and push forward. So how do you develop this mindset? How do you train yourself to push past limits, to ignore distractions, to stay locked in on your vision? First, you have to protect your mind. Be careful what you feed it. Garbage in, garbage out. If you constantly listen to negativity, if you surround yourself with people who doubt you, if you consume information that makes you feel weak or unworthy, guess what? You'll start to believe it. But if you fill your mind with knowledge, if you surround yourself with disciplined and driven people, if you focus on content that pushes you forward, your mindset will shift. Second, you have to practice discipline. Motivation is temporary. You won't always feel like working hard. You won't always feel like showing up. But discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's the ability to say, I don't feel like it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because champions don't wait until they feel like working. They show up regardless. Third, you have to learn to endure discomfort. Growth is painful. Success is uncomfortable. If you're waiting for things to be easy, you'll never get anywhere. You have to embrace the struggle. You have to understand that discomfort is part of the process. When your mind tells you to stop, tell it to keep going. When fear tries to take over, push past it, because every time you overcome discomfort, you become stronger. And finally, you have to visualize success. See it before it happens. Picture yourself winning. Picture yourself achieving your goals. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So if you train it to expect success, if you train it to see opportunities instead of obstacles, you will start to act in alignment with that vision. Mind over matter is not just a phrase, it's a way of life. It's a commitment to being stronger than your circumstances, to refusing to let anything hold you back. It's the realization that your mind is your greatest tool, and when you master it, you master everything. So starting today, take control of your mind, take control of your focus. Because when your mind is unshakable, nothing, no setback, no criticism, no failure can stop you. You can't control what happens around you, but you can always control how you respond. That is one of the most powerful lessons in life. Too many people waste time and energy trying to change things they have no control over. what others think, what others say, the obstacles that appear in their path. But the truth is, none of that matters. What matters is how you react, how you adjust, how you keep moving forward no matter what stands in your way. Life is unpredictable. It will throw challenges at you when you least expect it. Plans will fall apart. People will disappoint you. Unexpected problems will arise. And in those moments, you have a choice. You can let circumstances defeat you, or you can rise above them. The ones who succeed in life, the ones who achieve greatness, are not the ones who never face adversity. They are the ones who learn how to adapt. Adaptability is strength. It means you don't let one setback stop you. You don't let one failure define you. When things don't go as planned, you adjust. You find another way. You stay focused on the goal, even if the path looks different than you expected. That is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Think about the most successful people in history: leaders, athletes, entrepreneurs. Every single one of them faced obstacles. Every single one of them had moments where things didn't go their way. But they didn't waste time complaining. They didn't let frustration take over. They adjusted. They stayed focused. They found solutions instead of excuses. You have to develop that same mindset. When something doesn't go your way, don't react emotionally, respond strategically. Take a step back, breathe, look at the situation with clarity. Ask yourself, what is within my control? What can I do right now to keep moving forward? Instead of wasting energy on what's out of your control, put all your focus into what's within your control. When someone disrespects you, you can't control their words, but you can control your response. When you face a setback, you can't control the past, but you can control your next move. When life throws an obstacle in your way, you can't control the problem, but you can control how you choose to overcome it. And that's where true power lies, in self-control. The strongest person in the room is not the one who yells the loudest, not the one who reacts impulsively, but the one who remains calm, collected, and focused no matter what. When you control your reactions, you control the outcome. You don't let emotions dictate your decisions. You don't let frustration cloud your judgment. You move with intelligence, with discipline, with purpose. This applies to every area of life. In business, things will not always go as planned. Markets change, deals fall through. But the successful ones, they adapt. In relationships, people will test you. Disagreements will happen. But the strong ones, they communicate with control instead of reacting with emotion. In personal growth, setbacks will come, failures will happen, but the ones who grow, they see every failure as a lesson, not a loss. So from this moment forward, make a decision. Stop wasting energy on things outside of your control. Stop reacting emotionally to everything that doesn't go your way. Instead, learn to adjust, learn to stay focused, learn to control your response. Because the reality is this: life will never be perfect. You will always face obstacles, but your power lies in your ability to rise above them. The moment you stop reacting to everything and start responding with purpose, you take control of your life. And when you take control of your life, nothing, no setback, no failure, no challenge can stop you. You have to keep moving forward. No matter what happens, no matter what obstacles stand in your way, no matter how many times life tries to break you, you must keep going. Because the moment you stop, the moment you let setbacks hold you back, you give away your power. And the truth is, nothing great was ever achieved by standing still. Life is a journey, and like any journey, it comes with unexpected turns, roadblocks, and detours. There will be moments when things don't go as planned. Moments when you feel stuck, moments when you question yourself. But you cannot afford to stop. You cannot afford to let fear, doubt, or failure keep you from moving forward, because forward is the only direction that leads to growth. Too many people let one setback define them. They try something once, and when it doesn't work, they give up. They experience failure, and instead of learning from it, they let it convince them that they aren't capable. But failure is not the end, it's a stepping stone. It's part of the process. Every failure, every mistake, every struggle is just another lesson. It's another opportunity to learn, to grow, to become better. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to quit. They are the ones who get back up, who keep pushing, who keep striving, even when everything seems to be against them, because they understand that progress is more important than perfection. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't need to know every step of the journey. You just need to keep moving, step by step, day by day. Some days your progress will be big, other days it will be small. But as long as you keep going, you are winning. It's easy to let the past hold you back, to dwell on mistakes, to overthink failures. But you can't change the past. You can't go back and undo what has already happened. What you can do is choose how you move forward. You can choose to use your past as fuel instead of as a weight holding you down. You can choose to let every struggle make you stronger instead of weaker. Some days will be harder than others. Some days you won't feel motivated. You won't feel like pushing forward. You will feel tired, frustrated, discouraged. But discipline is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. Discipline means moving forward even when you don't feel like it. Discipline means showing up for yourself even on the hardest days. You have to train yourself to keep going, no matter what life throws at you, no matter how many times you get knocked down. Because the moment you stop, you start losing momentum. And once you lose momentum, it becomes harder to start again. That's why consistency is key. Even when progress feels slow, even when it feels like you're getting nowhere, you have to trust the process. You have to believe that every step forward, no matter how small, is getting you closer to your goal. Think about the greats, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists. None of them became great overnight. None of them had an easy path. They faced rejection. They faced failure. They faced doubt. But they kept going. They refused to quit. They refused to let obstacles stop them. And because of that, they succeeded. The same applies to you. Whatever you're chasing, whatever dreams you have, whatever goals you set, keep moving, keep learning, keep growing. Because as long as you don't stop, you will never fail. There will always be reasons to quit. There will always be excuses. But if you want to succeed, you have to push past them. You have to remind yourself why you started in the first place. You have to keep your vision clear and your determination strong. So no matter how hard it gets, no matter how many setbacks you face, just keep going. Because the only way to fail is to stop. And as long as you refuse to stop, success is only a matter of time.